Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? So my name is Aubrey Ellerbrock,
And I'm Sarah Congdon.
and we have got some big news for you today.
We do. We're excited.
We are.
So we are announcing that registration is open for our next workshop where we will be releasing our next design. Do you want to tell them what it's called?
Yes. It is our pumpkin harvest workshop where we're going to spend 2 days revealing a new project, stitching out the project.
Yep.
And then what are we doing day 2?
So day 2, I would think that we're going to be doing some trimming and some pinning and joining. So it's kind of like a mini quick sew along, I guess, with us, because we kind of show you how to stitch out the blocks and then how to join them together.
Yes.
And we have
That's not even the exciting part.
I know.
Yeah, though.
Because we're doing this one a little different, aren't we?
We're doing this one a little different.
Yeah.
So typically, whenever we release like a demo days, or in this case, we're doing it like a workshop, what happens is you register and you get a free gift, but you don't get your free gift until the day that it begins, right? So this time we're doing it a little bit different.
Yes, you get your free gift right now, right when you register.
Yes.
So register and then go in and look at that registration order, and your free gift will be there because we want you to do something fun with it for a chance to win some store credit with us.
I love it. You're going to have something free plus a chance to win stuff. Like,
yes.
Hello, who's not going to do this? And I think we're going to show you what the free gift is.
Let's show them right now.
Okay.
So we have these adorable coasters. So here we've got a set of them. These are pumpkin harvest coasters. They are quick to make, you guys. Everything's done in the hoop, and then it just needs a little bit of trimming. Turn it right side out, and you're done.
Isn't that
pretty
precious?
Awesome. I'm excited to, after we are done with this, I'll walk you guys through how to stitch these out, just in case you're brand new to Hoop Sisters and maybe you have never done anything with us. I will walk you through step by step how to stitch these out, because we want you guys to stitch these out and post pictures in our Facebook VIP group. That's how you're going to get entered to win. Why don't you tell them the details of what they win and when they have to be watching to maybe win something, to be entered to win?
Yeah, so it just occurred to me that I don't have the dates of
the 15th and 16th.
Thank you. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I know it's next week, but
next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay. So next Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have the workshop days where we are going to walk you through. We're going to show you the main design at that point and walk you through how to stitch it out. And over the course of 2 days, we're going to do that. And at that point, so next Tuesday, the 15th, we are going to pick 2 winners from the people who have posted this in our VIP group, their completed project. The winners are going to be random. It's not whose is the prettiest or anything like that, but go ahead and have fun with it and post your pictures. And we're giving away 2 $25 store credits.
Very exciting.
So it's a total of $50 we're giving away then. And then day 2, we're doing another giveaway. So if you come back for the live on day 2, it'll be 2 p.m. on Wednesday, August 16th. We're going to do another $25 store credit winner off of live viewers. So if you're live and you comment, so we're giving away a total of $75 in store credit, which is crazy.
That's exciting.
Plus you get your chance to get your hands on this little freebie right now. Like all you have to go do is register and download it. And then we're going to be Sarah's going to walk you through how to make it too.
Yes.
So that's why we're calling it a workshop, because you get your hands dirty right away. Like you get to play with it, watch how she makes it, and then make it yourself, and then join us for the rest of it live.
Woohoo. So it's going to be fun. So make sure you go get registered for Pumpkin Harvest Workshop and try stitching one of these out. Let us know if you have any questions. But yeah, watch the step-by-step video that will follow us introducing it right now, and post it in that VIP group for a chance to win.
All right. You ready to get stitching?
Let's do it.
All right.
So I've gathered all of my supplies to make our pumpkin harvest coaster, And I have my battleizer, which is our batting and stabilizer combination, in my hoop. And the first step that I'm going to do is to sew the placement stitch. So you'll want to do this with a water-soluble thread, but I'm going to use an orange thread so that we can see it on camera. Now for step 2, you're going to keep your water-soluble thread in the needle, and you'll take your background fabric. You're going to align that over that placement stitching that we just got done sewing, and peek under each of the sides to make sure it is nice and centered. And then with the water-soluble thread, we are going to sew the tack down as well as the placement stitch for the pumpkin applique. And so now we're on step 3, and I placed a green thread in the needle, and this step will sew kind of a circular bind detail. Now for step 4, we're going to place a thread in the needle that matches our pumpkin fabric, and we'll take that fabric and we are going to align it over our placement stitch. And this step will tack down our pumpkin fabric as well as sew some additional detail. Now that we've got our pumpkin fabric tacked down, we'll use our hoop scissors mini, and I'm going to trim as close as possible to the tack down stitches on all sides of that pumpkin. Step 5 was going to sew some shading detail onto the pumpkin fabric. So I would suggest using a thread that's a shade or two lighter or a shade or two darker than your fabric itself. You can place that in the needle only and then sew that detail. For our next step, which is step 6, we are going to sew the satin stitch over the raw edges of the pumpkin fabric. So just use a thread in your needle that matches your fabric. Now we're moving on to step 7, and you can place a brown thread in your needle, and this will sew the stem and some vine details. Now we're on step 8, which is the final step in the hoop of our coaster. And I have my backing fabric that I cut to size and then I prepared according to my supply chart. So that means that I've pressed it in half so it measures about 3 by 5 inches. And I placed a thread in my needle that matches my backing fabric. Now all I need to do is align my backing fabric over my block. And I want the folded edge of my backing fabric to be in the middle of my coaster. And these folded pieces, the folded edges, will overlap by about 1 inch in the center of your coaster. Once you've got your backing fabric positioned, you can go ahead and sew your tack down with that thread that matches your fabric. All right, so we are done stitching everything in the hoop. And now our next step is going to be to use our Trimmer by George tool, which is our acrylic ruler with the metal lip on the edge. And we are going to remove the battleizer as best we can around the coaster right up to that basting stitch. So I'll stand it on that metal edge, shimmy it underneath the fabric on the front of my coaster, and then lay it flat. Just make sure that no fabric is peeking out. And then with the 60mm rotary cutter, you can trim away the battleizer. And I'm gonna switch and go over to this side. And like I said, I'll just kind of work my way around that coaster. Working a little bit at a time. Okay, we'll just do a couple more cuts and then we can use our hoop scissors to finish up any remaining little pieces that are on the back. We'll need to use our hoop scissors very likely for this because it's not square and it is round. So we'll finish this up with our hoop scissors. And you can use the hoop scissors mini if you have those too. That'll probably get you a little bit closer to the basting stitch. But really either one is just fine. Okay, so you can see we've got all of that extra battleizer removed right up to our basting stitch. And now our next step is going to be to trim 1/4 inch from the basting stitch around our coaster. So I'll just use the ruler side of my trimmer by George. And much the same way that I removed that battleizer, I'll just work a little bit at a time around the coaster. Okay, and now I'll use my scissors again to just round up those corners. Okay, now we've got it rounded up. Now we just have one last step. So for our last step, I'll just use my scissors again and I'm going to clip some V-shaped notches about every 1/4 inch around the edge of my coaster. So I'll do that really quick and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now that I've got those V-shaped notches clipped into my coaster, not clipping the basting stitch though, but about every 1/4 inch, I'm going to turn my coaster right side out and I'll press it and then we'll come back and show you guys what it looks like once it's completed. Okay, so here is our final pumpkin harvest coaster. Very cute, easy to make and quick to stitch, so very fun. So make sure that you go get registered for our pumpkin harvest demo days and you'll get access to this right away and stitch it out and share it in our VIP group so we can see all of the awesome coasters that you guys are making.